everybody, and welcome back to Spark of Vintage. Today we're doing the May 2026 Sonnet's Garden Blooms Makers Box. And as you can see, it is a tribute to the 250th anniversary of our country, including decoupage papers from Recycled, painted photographers' rice papers, as well as DIY paint, fusion mineral paint, and Sweet Pickens milk paint. Our first project today is this wood carrier. Now, I started this project last summer and never got it finished, but I was using the Marquee and the Hey Sailor paints from DIY. So I took that as a sign to finish this project for this year's 4th of July celebration. I painted the project with the paint colors and sealed it with Duraclear matte varnish. The molds that I used for the stars were from the Moon and Stars mold from Finnabar from Prima Marketing. This is pretty much my go-to mold set for all things for all holidays. I painted these vintage-inspired jars from Tim Holtz Ideology with the Extra Bond from Sweet Pickens Milk Paint. This will help the paint adhere better to the glass. I got great adhesion with the paint and then went ahead and sealed the paint one more time. I left the galvanized metal handle and the bottle opener just kind of plain to give it a little bit of a rustic farmhouse look. I painted one coat of heavy black gesso from Finnabar onto those resin stars so that I could deepen the paint color, and also it helps with adhesion on any resin pieces. I attached the stars to both sides of the carrier with heavy body gel. I added my distressed jars to the carrier, and I think we have a great picnic piece for our celebratory summer. This rooster sign has always been a favorite of mine, but it needed something a little extra. So when I got the colors this month, I decided to make it a patriotic rooster. I applied a coat of the Extra Bond from Sweet Pickens Milk Paint directly to the metal rooster, and then painted the base of the heart in Snowdrop by Fusion Mineral Paint and our Hey Sailor from DIY Paint. I used Scarlet from Sweet Pickens Milk Paint in order to get that bright, bold red color with a little bit of crackle. Once my crackle dried, I applied the dark oil over the crackle paint just to give a little more highlight and texture to the crackle that came, and I think it got great result. This piece now is the bold statement that I was looking for, and it looks super great on my red front door. I found these wonderful cast iron stars on Whatnot with my friend Karen from Custom Crafts and More. She sent me a great collection of these stars, and I added the Extra Bond from Sweet Pickens Milk Paint, and then went in and added the milk paint in our color of the month, Kent Blue, and more of the Scarlet milk paint that I had left over from the previous project. I wanted to get a little bit of crackle and distressing on them, and it took beautifully. I added the dark oil wax to all of the stars in order to deepen them and give a little bit of texture to that crackle. I love the dramatic detail that we got and how the Extra Bond worked even on this cast iron and on all the different star types. This rustic metal and wood star also came from Karen, along with my cast iron stars. I added a little bit of the dark wax to the raw wood and then applied the Winchester paint from Fusion Mineral Paint to the tin part of the star. This is now the tree topper for my year-round Christmas tree in my booth at Collins Street Junction. You can subscribe to your own maker's box at sonnetsgardenblooms.com. This great galvanized divided box or planter was a great find at the Goodwill bins. I added Snowdrop by Fusion Mineral Paint because I wanted to apply the bonus napkin that came in our maker's box. I also painted the sides of the planter in Marquee by DIY Paint. This wood block was the perfect base for the Painted Photographer's rice paper this month. I used stars, stripes, and summer blooms. I painted the foundation of the wood piece in Snowdrop by Fusion Mineral Paint and applied the rice paper with Tim Holtz's Distress Collage Medium. I painted the border of the piece in Everett by Fusion Mineral Paint and then distressed the edges of the paper with Archival Ink by Tim Holtz in Vintage Photo. And you know I had to use my stickles on this piece as well to give that beautiful flag a little bit of glittering glory. And also by a strange coincidence, I found this beautiful metal, I'm going to say flag topper eagle, that was in my stash of just bits and baubles and miscellaneous metals that I usually find at the Goodwill bins. This beautiful vintage inspired frame was in my stash just waiting for the right inspiration. And the Rooted in Freedom rice paper from the Painted Photographer was the perfect accompaniment. I painted the entire frame with the Fusion Mineral Paint Paisley color and then did some stickling on Connie's beautiful painting. I love how the little bookends and the daisies look like firecrackers. I highlighted the corners of the frame using Finnabar's metallic wax in white pearl. This galvanized puffy heart was a little bit of a heavy piece and a little tricky to work with, but I knew that working with recycled decoupage paper in the Americana patchwork was going to look beautiful if I could pull it off. So I tore bits and pieces of the decoupage paper to make it look a little jagged and kind of patchwork quilty. Applied them with collage medium and just varied the rows and the textures. I loved kind of the unfinished edges. Did a little bit of rub down with some of the Distress Crayon by Tim Holtz to kind of fill in some of those vintage cracks. And then just applied a wooden star and some of those resin stars that you saw previously in the piece. I applied a star to each side, one blue, one red. And in the photograph on my front door, you'll see the blue star and the red one is on the back. Well, I'm calling this project my Yankee Doodle Do-Over Tin. Because if you saw my previous Flipping Frenzy video this time around, there was a tin that did not make it into the final projects because The extra bond and the paint would not stick to the lid. Sometimes those chemicals do not mix. So I scraped the lid clean, put a new coat of varnish on it, and then applied Hello Sailor by DIY. Sealed that, and I was happy with the results. Now, Sonnet also created for us what I'm considering is the hot little tin of the summer, which are those vintage campfire tins. And she made us a fireworks extra download that you do get as a bonus piece of the maker's boxes every month. I downloaded the tin print, I distressed it, painted the rest of my tin with Sandy Blonde by DIY, and then just kind of distressed it and stickled it, I guess, a little bit with some of the layered chocolate paint from DIY. It gave it a nice little distressed vintage look, and I think a pretty good little fake for a vintage tin and a good opportunity to give it a second life. So never give up on your projects, because you never know what they might become the next time you try. And for our final project today, I had this beautiful MDF outline of the United States, and of course Roy Cycle's beautiful vintage Old Glory decoupage paper was the perfect fit. I printed another copy of the campfire fireworks download that Sonnet included with our box, distressed it with some vintage photo archival ink from Tim Holtz, and then just did like a wet tear around the edges of the piece so it looked a little distressed and a little kind of worn. I mean, we are 250 years old now. And it applied very easily to the piece. The only caveat with this one was that the US map was a little rigid, so I had to really make sure that I rubbed that collage paper in there so it didn't bubble. But overall, I think the results were fantastic, and I'm in love with this campfire tin print. Well, that is a wrap for one of what I consider our most amazing maker's boxes. Most of the projects and accessories you saw in the video today will be available on the Red, White, and Blue Raid Crew Whatnot Vintage Raid Train auction on Saturday, May 30th. I'll be showing my items at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, so check out the details in the description for how to join us, and we hope that you will join us on the raid train. Thank you so much for watching. We're so glad that you were here to join us again, and we look so forward to seeing you again next time at Spark of Vintage.